Good morning, good looking people, and you're good looking because you're always looking, and of course, you are finding the good in everything and in everybody. Hope you're well. Hope you're having a great week so far. Wishing everybody a lot of success and good health as well. Today is the 21st of Shevat, and today is a really beautiful Hayom. Today we're talking about the Jewish women and the Jewish girls and what an important role that they play in our world, in our society, in our communities, and especially in our home. Since 1936, when we look at a letter from the previous Rebbe and as well as the leadership of the previous Rebbe and the Lubavitcher Rebbe, they really put an emphasis on the Jewish women of the community, how instead of being in the background that they should take a front role, and how important their roles were, both in education and helping out in the communities, with encouraging them to spread Torah mitzvahs, from lighting candles for Shabbos, keeping kosher, to family purity, and how much really relies on them. And the Rebbe, in his genius, really picked up the women and brought them to the forefront, that their goal is not to mimic men, but to bring out their individuality of how special they are and how important their roles are, because they have a way of connecting to people and stabilizing our homes and stabilizing the community in a different way than men. And I know I'm probably going towards the end of the Hayom Yom today, but we're going to bring it up at the beginning here, is when you look at the Parsha of the day, in Parshas Yisro, and today it talks about how Yisro and Moshe, they've set up the system of judges, and then it's talking about how Moshe gave to the elders and how they should give it over to all the other tribes. It brings up the words Beis Yaakov today, the house of Jacob. And when you look at Rashi talks about Beis Yaakov refers to the women, that the Jewish women are already spiritual. They're very sensitive. They already have this innate quality in them, that when you go to speak to the women, you speak to them softly, because they already are in tune. They already have that. The guys, the men, they're out in the workforce all day fighting and warriors and trying to make things happen, so they're insensitive. So by the time that they need to learn, you got to beat them down. You got to knock it in their head with nails. Whatever you need to do to get them to understand, it's one thing. But the women are pure. They're spiritual. And that is the message of the day. We're talking about the women and really how they're leaders in the community, and allowing them to develop their own femininity, their own ways, and how they are special and have a tremendous place in our communities. And so another very important point is that the entire Judaism is based on women, because if a person is Jewish or not, it goes after the mom. And that's really the message of the day, of how much focus is on the Jewish women and daughters. Let's read the Hayom Yom inside, and then I'll give you a little bit more of background, and then a little remez or a hint for the day, and the final message. So for the 21st of Shevat, it says, it is the duty of the Hasidic women and the girls to stand in the front line of every activity that seeks to strengthen the observance of Yiddishkeit in general, particularly with regards to Taharas HaMishpacha, which means family purity. They should organize a society for the daughters of the Hasidic Brotherhood, whose aim is to spread all aspects of Hasidic lifestyle with regards to guidance and education in the age-old tradition of Hasidic households. So today is really special. And as we mentioned, it's being tied to the Parsha because in Yisro it talks about Beis Yaakov and talking about the women. And also, family purity is very similar to the giving of the Torah. We're getting the Torah this weekend in Parshas Yisro. When it came to the giving of the Torah, there was a lot of preparation that went in. There was separation, there was mikvah. It says the Jewish people were like gers, they were like converts at that moment, that they were like reborn children. All very similar to the concept of Taharas HaMishpacha, which is family purity, which also involves these items. So that connection is why it's being brought up today. Also, we have Chav Bei Shevat, which we'll talk about tomorrow. And then a small little hint. We talked about that the Luach calendar has 385 days. And we mentioned that the average lifespan of a person is 70. And if you were to take 385 and divide it by 70, it's about 5.5 to 6. That means every 5.5 to 6 days in the Luach calendar, in the Jewish Hasidic calendar, is equivalent to 1 year of age. Based on today, which is the 21st of Shevat, we've been dealing with the age of 11. And why that's important and why that's connected to today, because it says in Gemara, when it comes to women, that women are mature or start maturing by the age of 11, and today's Hayom Yom is all about the women and the Hasidic daughters. So the message is simple, and it's clean, and it's easy, that encouraging the women to take that leadership role, that you guys have something special, you're all pure, you already are innate with this spiritual quality. You guys don't need to be beat down and taught everything, because you're already involved in it and you have this already built into your systems. You guys are already spiritual, that it's all simple, and you guys need to be talked to sensitively, and you have the ability, and I'm talking to the women right now, they have the ability to do mitzvayim, to go out and share this message, share with people the lighting of candles for Shabbos, teaching kosher, teaching family purity, education, community, that you guys have your own leadership. And that is how cool it is, and it's really special how the Rebbe really emphasizes and brought this out to give them that kind of a threshold in the community. Have a wonderful day. Have a great and successful rest of the week, and we will talk more tomorrow.